Okay, without further ado, I'd like to bring Anna up here. She's our Loyalty Days Princess Advisor, and she's going to introduce today's program.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm so thankful that you guys have allowed us to come and speak again this year. We had 7 girls that had actually turned in applications for the princesses, and it was a really tough decision. We came up with these 3 girls, Amanda, Riley, and Julie, and they are phenomenal. I hope you think so after you hear their speeches. And I want to give a thank you to Donna Hildebrand. You can stand up, please. She helps me. She chaperones with me and does all the stuff for the princesses as well. And so I just wanted to recognize her. So our first speech is going to be given by Riley Black. Riley, will you come up?
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Riley Black, a cheerleader and a softball player for Newport High School, as well as a junior leader in my local 4-H club. Being a Loyalty Day princess gives me the opportunity to express my gratitude for my country and give back to my community. Today, I'm here to recognize unity and the astounding gift of freedom in the United States. In a world of different perspectives and experiences, it's our common dreams that unite us. Being a member of our cheer team, I've experienced the feeling of unity in a community and a team. We were working towards a state title this year, and we weren't working as individuals with one separate goal. We were working together as one with one end goal. I was fortunate enough to accomplish that end goal with my team, and we won state. We gave up a lot of freedoms, such as going home at a reasonable time, having a free weekend, and even having dinner with our families. Giving up those freedoms ultimately united us, making us one unstoppable force. In 4-H, I also get to experience unity in all of its glory. We are all competing against each other, but overall, we empower each other because we are all one large family. Together, united for freedom, we stand as a powerful force, embracing diversity and empowering individuals to live their lives authentically and without limitations. Today, I want to recognize the success of the heroes who fought for our freedom. We celebrate those brave souls who stood up for our civil rights. Their immense bravery inspires us to pursue for a better tomorrow. Freedom is not just about breaking down walls. It's about building bridges. It's about empowering one another and embracing our differences. Together, we all create a beautiful blend of strength and resilience. Most importantly, we are embracing the present and looking towards the future. The fight for freedom is ongoing, and every day we have a role to play in maintaining that sacred gift. In our world, we are often divided, but we must stick together hand in hand, building the bridges of acceptance. We're often divided by race, religion, visible or invisible disabilities, political viewpoint, and even sex. Overall, we are humans who have similar dreams and desires. We have to look past our differences and unite together because ultimately we are all members of humanity. Growing up, I would attend the parade in my great-grandfather's convertible with my sister. I always wore my best outfit and perfected my way from the black convertible with the red velvet interior. I was in awe every time I saw the Loyalty Days princesses. It was almost like I was staring at a Disney princess. They had such a unique glow to them, and that was just my biggest desire, is to be a Loyalty Days princess. My great-grandfather would always tell us stories about his childhood while we anxiously waited for our turn to pull out the convertible. Hearing his stories always made me more appreciative of what I had. I remember one time he told us about his life during the Great Depression. I remember he wore shoes with a bunch of holes in them, and that was his best pair of shoes. And his soups were always like table scraps, and that was the best food they had. My personal favorite was hearing war stories. It gave me a better understanding of where our freedom has come from, and it made me more appreciative. He's 90 now, still alive, and enjoying the freedom he helped fight for. While writing the speech, I asked myself, what is freedom? Freedom to me is more than just a word. Freedom is an experience that allows us to express ourselves and embrace our true identities without fear or restraint. It's a feeling that ignites our spirits empowering us to be the best version of ourselves. Just like when President Herbert Hoover stated, freedom is the open window through which pours the sunlight of the human spirit and human dignity. As I leave here today, I would like to ask, what is freedom to you? What does it look like in your day-to-day life? Are you leaving a legacy of appreciation in our country? I challenge you to recognize the freedom we as Americans are blessed with and show appreciation for the sacrifice.
Thank you, Riley, so much for your great speech. It's amazing how every time they give their speeches in a group, they just keep getting better and better. So now I guess I'm going to invite Amanda up to speak. Thank you.
As we are united by freedom, we must recognize the inherent value of this human right that binds us together as a free nation. Freedom extends beyond political and physical constraints. I want to thank you all for being here today and thank you for the people who have served this country for the freedom I am honored to have. Freedom has many meanings and interpretations, originating from Old English. It was defined as a state of emancipation, liberty, and free will, giving us the privilege of the power to the right of act, speak, and think without anyone's restraint while being united as a nation. My name is Amanda Aubert. I'm a senior at Newport High School and one of your Loyalty Day princesses for the 2024 year. And I want to tell you some fun facts about myself. I'm a third generation Cub. My mother and grandmother graduated from Newport High School, and my family's always been involved within the city of Newport. My great grandparents owned the King of the Seas many, many years ago, and my great grandfather was very involved with this parade. I'm a shift lead at Dutch Bros, so I definitely work a lot, and I'm a student teacher at Sam Case Elementary as I'm pursuing a career in human development. And my biggest desire is to be a children's therapist one day. For me, it's important to look back on the history and talk about the things that have given me freedom as a young woman. In 1791, the First Amendment graced us with the inherent value of freedom of speech, giving everyone, or 60 years later, the 19th Amendment passed, giving the women right to vote, which giving everyone the freedom of speech and the way they believe. Although there have been many times where freedom has been challenged, we have been able to overcome this together as a nation. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that." Reflecting on my personal views of freedom, I see it as the right to be the person I aspire to be, extending this right to others. While blessed to live in Oregon, a state that doesn't discriminate, I'm mindful of the challenges faced in the corners of our diverse nation. The 35th President of the United States, John F. Kennedy, once said, "Peace and freedom walk together." Here in Oregon, I cherish the privilege of securing peace and complete freedom while recognizing the delicate between the two. Our nation is continuing to make choices that impact our future generations, and I hope they continue to progress in a positive direction. Gratitude fills my heart for the freedom of our nation. I've had the privilege of living in a community where I can speak my own opinions. As the community of Newport is united by many things, like high school sports and the love for the ocean, we are bound together because of the love and respect we have for one another. The princess and I have all had different walks and different experiences in our community. We've been together in Avid since the 7th grade, and I'm so glad I've had them by my side in this journey. It's been an honor to grow with them as individuals throughout this experience and grow together closer. As a young woman, I have learned my words can make a difference in other people's lives. Earlier in the school year, I was awarded the Beat the Odds Scholarship, where I was able to make a short film on my life with struggles with abuse and homelessness. This journey has allowed me to advocate for those in need and appreciate the freedoms to share my story. I'm very thankful for being able to live in a nation where we all can appreciate each other's differences and embrace them by being united by freedom.
Thank you, Amanda. Now we'll bring up Julie.
When I was asked to write a speech on this year's Loyalty Days theme, United for Freedom, I knew that I had to begin my speech by honoring the people who serve this country for the freedom of others. So I wanted to take a moment to recognize those who served in the military, whether they are in this room or are currently enlisted. I am very admirable of their sacrifices and dedication to fighting for this country. Hello, everyone. My name is Julie Hernandez Perales. I'm a 17-year-old Newport High School student and a fourth-generation Cub. Currently, I am enrolled at the University of Puget Sound in Tacoma, Washington, and I plan on majoring in environmental studies and biology. I'm very excited to share my speech about unity and freedom with you. Although my family history is very extensive and it's really hard to sum up in a 3-minute story, the most significant factor that plays into my immense life aspirations begins with my mom and dad. My parents came to this country around the same age that I am now. My mom was 16 and my dad was about 18. And they immigrated to Oregon in search of a better life, safety, and equal opportunities. They left friends and family and years of culture behind. This risk is something I am forever admirable of. Without it, I would not have the opportunities I do now, nor would I ever dream of taking risks in my life to gain new experiences. Within the community I am surrounded with, I've learned to define my understanding of my culture and the country I live in. After learning my parents' story at a young age, I came to understand some of the most important values people hold in this country, which is freedom and unity. Through our connections with others, we create unity. It requires us to put aside our differences, to find a common ground, such as the pursuit of freedom, and work towards that goal. It requires us to listen, to understand, and to respect each other. I have learned that our differences are things we should come together to celebrate, and things that should not be a reason to divide us. Although freedom is a simple word, it carries a world of significance. It's about having the right to express ourselves and to pursue our dreams. But it's also important to understand that our freedom is intertwined with the freedom of others. Freedom is about coming together and realizing that we're stronger as one than when we are alone. Ever since I was a little girl, I've dreamed of being a Loyalty Days princess. Now, I've lived in the same house for the past 17 years, and I have practiced my wave in the exact same bathroom in the exact same mirror. And I have this vivid memory of me in the bathroom mirror practicing. And, you know, it's funny to look back on that moment and think, wow, I was a lot shorter than I was now. And it's the same mirror that I'm still rehearsing my wave. And seeing the girls waving from the convertible cars has always been the reason I have dragged my parents out of bed so early in the morning. I'm really excited because my parents have always sat in the exact same spot, and I'm like on the lookout for that spot. Every time I drive by, I think I'm going to be on the highway waving to them, and they can reflect how far I have come. And I hope to become a role model for not just my parents and people in my family, but for all the young people in my community, and ensure that they know their dream of becoming a princess is a reality. The other young women, Amanda and Riley, who you've come to know as the 2024 Loyalty Days princesses, have experienced distinct walks of life from mine. Each is filled with sacrifices we have made for the different things we love and are passionate about. Our fight for freedom is different. Even though we are all so diverse, we are united as princesses. We can create a lasting impact on others through our connections with our community, making our voices heard throughout the town of Newport. I'm incredibly grateful that these two are the girls that I get to share this experience with. Their resilience and perseverance have continued to inspire me the several years that I have known them. The desire for freedom is a universal longing, one that transcends borders, cultures, and languages. It requires unity. It requires us to stand together and to raise our voices as one. So let's celebrate our diversity, respect each other's rights, and work towards a world where everyone can achieve anything they dream of.
Now, weren't they just wonderful? I'm so proud of them. Anyway, I just wanted to say the parade is the 4th of May. It's on a Saturday. We have some save the dates here. I'm gonna go ahead and leave on the piano if anybody's interested in having those. We're also looking for sponsors for the parade. There's different values that you can do. We'll give you a free banner so that it can be carried throughout the parade. You don't have to do it yourself. We're trying to be able to raise money for next year's princesses for their scholarships as well. And we also have applications up here if you're interested in grabbing one to have a float in the parade for your business or your Rotary group or whatever that you'd like. So thank you so much for this time. We appreciate you all and thank you for the wonderful lunch. Thank you.